Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Among the Butterflies and my name is Savannah. Today I will be doing a celebrity reading of Keanu Reeves. This is part 2. If you haven't already seen my part 1 celebrity reading of Keanu Reeves, I highly encourage you to watch that, just so that you have some context as to why I am doing his reading today in the order that I am doing it in. Also, I want to take this time to thank my subscribers. I have about 101 subscribers at the time of this recording on my YouTube channel, and you guys don't know how much that means to me. I deeply appreciate your subscription from the bottom of my heart. I also want to take the time to apologize to my subscribers because I haven't really put out any content in the last 2 years. And I also want to thank you all because, regardless of that, you have kept your subscription and you have been very patient in waiting for me to roll out more content. And, that means a lot to me. That just shows me how much you guys love my content and look forward to it and are willing to just wait and see. So thank you. I really do appreciate it. I also want to take this time to say happy birthday to Keanu Reeves. It is his birthday today, and just like many of you, I wish him a great and amazing and wonderful birthday. I hope he has an amazing day and is surrounded by love and happiness. And, we just want to see Keanu Reeves happy, and we just want to see him have his happy ending. No one in the world deserves that as much as Keanu. He deserves the biggest happy ending just because he's an overall genuinely great guy, right? Now, I also want to take this time to just state the following. If this is your first time watching my content, I will just kind of put it out there. I go very much in depth in the celebrity ratings. This isn't your typical 15 to 30-minute video. This video might go on for about an hour, maybe even up to 2 hours. I'm not entirely sure. I don't plan on making it that long, but it is definitely a lengthy video. I do dive in deep, and I do recognize that some people might enjoy that content and some people may not. It may not be their cup of tea. That's totally fine. There's nothing wrong with that. We all have different entertainment tastes. We all enjoy different things in different ways. And so just putting it out there, because you might have clicked on this video and maybe you're not aware that my content is that type of content. And so I just want to give you that opportunity to click out if that's not really something that's up your alley, that is your cup of tea. So if that's not your thing, no shade, totally respect it. Now's the time. So if you're gonna click out, that's cool. I didn't want you to sit through and be like, my goodness, how long is this video? So I just wanted to put that out there. Okay, so I went back to the original Keanu Reeves reading that I did, and I read through some of the comments, and I want to accept the fact that it's true. I kind of left it open-ended as far as whether or not Keanu Reeves and Alexandra Grant would end up getting married or not. So I do accept that. I did leave it quite open-ended, and the reason is, as I look back, I remember feeling at times like they would get engaged. They would form some kind of commitment together. But as I continued the reading, I also got that intuitive hit that they weren't. So I got mixed messages. So what I think might have been going on, it was definitely a topic of conversation at that time. But nothing really came forward of it, as we see. Like, they haven't announced anything. So all I can say is I was just kind of sharing whatever intuitive hits I was getting, and I was getting moments of them actually formalizing an engagement, but then I was also getting moments of they've had their own issues in the relationship and engagement wasn't in the cards yet. So I was also confused, like some of you. So one of the things that you all want to know is Keanu gonna marry Alexandra? That's like the big question that a lot of you want to know. Yes or no? Are they getting married? So I will be answering that question. Some people also commented on my original video and asked, can you do a reading and see if he's not going to marry Alexandra, then who is Keanu's soulmate? Who is his forever person? Who will he eventually meet and settle down with and just be with for the remainder of his life? So I thought that was a great question. So I will be doing a reading on that also. And then, we'll see what comes out, but I do plan on asking a little bit more about Keanu and Alexandra's relationship dynamics and just kind of see how things might unfold for them in the next couple of months to a year. I also want to look a little bit more into Keanu Reeves' love life in general and kind of see what might come out. And also want to peer into his career and see what amazing things will be unfolding for him also in the next coming months to a year. Okay, so it's kind of a 5-part series we have going on right now. So, okay, so let's get started. I'm going to start off by looking in and seeing if Keanu and Alexandra will get married. See what comes out. Okay, one more, guys, and then we're gonna pull. Will Keanu? Oh, right away, I got the 5 of Pentacles in reverse. But usually with these type of yes or no questions, I like to read the cards upright. I don't really read reversals. Got the Knight of Cups in reverse, but since this is a yes or no question, I'm just gonna read it upright. Okay. I'm getting a no right now. I don't see him, I don't see Keanu Reeves and Alexandra Grant getting married. So I got the Five of Pentacles that came out in reverse originally, so did the Knight of Cups. But because this is a yes or no question, I normally read them upright. I don't read reversals for yes or no questions. But I'm trying to get a story here because I am getting a bit of an explanation as to why it's a no. So I am getting that, I see that at one point he wanted to propose to her, is what I'm getting. Is that he's thought of it. He's almost actually proposed, but then he's kind of held back a bit. So when it comes to marriage, Keanu is very logical about it. He uses his head. He chooses his head over his heart. He doesn't, and it's only because he takes that very seriously. It's a very serious commitment to him, and he just wants to make sure that it's the right decision for him and it's the right decision for her. And he's thinking about the bigger picture here, right? King of Swords is he's very decisive, he's thinking very logically, he's really weighing everything. Usually it means they take a little bit longer to decide if they want to settle down with you or not. So he could be going back and forth with himself about it. There might be moments where he sees, that, he can see himself with Alexandra long term in that manner, husband and wife. And then there are times where he's not sure about it. So, and then I got the Five of Cups, which is, loss. So I feel like it's a no, you guys. I feel like it's a no. I do see that prior, I feel like this is what this card is talking about. Oh my god, I dropped it. What this card is saying is prior to meeting Alexandra, his love life was looking pretty bleak. You know, he was not in a good place. Um, yeah, just the love sector was pretty bleak. He just felt pretty, how can I say? It's kind of giving like he would have relationships and then they just wouldn't work out and it would just upset him because, he's in a situation where he's like, I'm able to find somebody that's somewhat interested in me and we're able to go out and try to see if something works out and then it doesn't work out. And so it leaves him feeling like, why can't I find something that's going to last? Like, why am I having such a hard time finding something meaningful or something lasting? It's like I'm having short ending relationships. So it just leaves you feeling like Five of Pentacles, like just kind of out in the cold, just wondering if, you'll ever find anybody that is looking for the same thing you're looking for, or that is going to bring in a connection that you're looking for. Because it's also about the chemistry between two people. So maybe he would date some girls, and or women, and he thought, wow, I find them attractive. I'd like to get to know them better. Then the more he would spend time with them, the more he realized we're kind of not. Well, there's too many differences to reconcile here. Like it's not that they would end things in bad terms. It's just that they would go out and maybe the things that Keanu found interesting, these girls or women just weren't finding as interesting, and there was just like a disconnect there. So I feel like what this card is saying. I feel like this is Keanu considering marriage with Alexandria, but it came out in reverse. It feels like he would retreat, like he would think about it, like I think I'm going to propose to her, and then he would be like, no, nah, not right now, like never mind. I take that back. And then this is him being very logical about it. He takes marriage very seriously. He's not going to marry just anyone. This is his. I hate to say it, but usually when this card comes out in love relationship, it could mean two things. It could mean that he's just not really sure about you. He's not really sure about the person that he's dating. Some moments he feels like, yes, I want to be with them long term in a committed relationship, and other times he's just not sure. He's a bit flaky about it. And then I see loss here, so I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no. So I don't know. I could be wrong about this, but I'm just gonna say no. So the next part of this is, because a lot of you commented on my original post, is I wanted to know who his soulmate is, who his forever person is. Who, if it's not Alexandra Grant, then who is Keanu going to end up spending the rest of his life with? Is there anybody special out there for him? So let's go ahead and look into that. Okay, so I got the Ace of Swords. I got King of Cups. See, totally different energy. And I got Judgment in reverse. I got Ten of Swords in reverse. I'm gonna pull one more. Seven of Wands. Wow. So immediately, again, let me, Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords. King of Cups. See, totally different energy from Keanu. Here, he's totally in love. Absolutely in love. Judgment in reverse. Ten of Swords in reverse. And Seven of Wands. Immediately, I'm getting that whoever he does end up with, I feel like some people might push back on it. They might not like the idea of him marrying this person. And I see that he's having to defend his relationship a lot. He's having to speak up and defend his relationship quite a lot. So this is very interesting. I see he's deeply in love with this person. He's absolutely sure that they are the one and he wants to spend the rest of his life with them. He's like 100% sure about it. There's just no doubt, like with Alexandria. I see this is the best decision he can make. If he marries them, it's the best decision. It's the right decision. But with Judgment, it's like, I feel like I'm just gonna say it, I feel like we might find out and we might, meaning we, as in the public, will find out he's dating this person months later. So when we find out that they're dating or whatnot, or that they're getting married, it just might come as a surprise to us because we didn't know he was dating anybody. It almost feels like when they start dating, yeah, I'm gonna go with that because that's what my intuition's telling me right now. It almost feels like when we find out he's dating this person, when we really when we hear about it, we will also find out that he had been dating this person for a while already. We just didn't know. It just wasn't public knowledge, but they had already been talking for a while. That's what I get with this. And the reason we find out about it is because he doesn't mean to. He doesn't mean to let the world know, but it kind of comes out. Like he tells on himself a little, like he might say something and we're like, wait, what? Are you dating somebody? Like he might tell on himself by accident. It might just come out of him on accident. If that's not the case, then someone else spills the beans. Someone else, maybe an insider or someone that knows Keanu might just accidentally spill the beans and it comes out. And it's public knowledge. And I see here that he will get asked about it a lot. He might get asked, like, what happened between you and Alexandria? So who's this new person? Is this serious? Is she your girlfriend? Is there marriage in the cards? Like, what's going on? Like, I just see them interrogating him a lot about it. So that's what the tarot is showing me, you guys. So some people did ask, for me to kind of dive in and see who this person is. How do they look like? What kind of career do they have? So that is what I'm going to do right now. Let's see. I'm going to start off with their personality. So let's see what kind of person this is. What is this person about? I got the geode. I got the geode. So right away I'm sensing that she's actually pretty spiritual. Pretty intuitive. She is very intuitive, very spiritual, very laid back, very chill. Like that is her, like if you were to be around her, her energy feels really relaxed, very carefree. I'm also getting that she's, you know, definitely cares about the environment is what I'm getting. She deeply cares about the environment, the earth, the well-being of the environment. Yeah, she's an intuitive, you guys. It's making me feel very much that way. I don't know why I'm getting this, and I might be wrong, but I'm already getting like, and this sometimes happens to me, but I'll get a glimpse of how the person looks like even before I pull any more cards. And I'm getting glimpses of her like wearing a ponytail, and she has either brown or like reddish brown hair. So I'm already getting glimpses of that. So we'll see if I'm right or wrong right now, because I'll be pulling from another deck right here, right now, shortly. But yes, she's very intuitive, pretty spiritual, pretty open-minded. Um, I don't really see her tied down to a religion. I see her more being more so spiritual and very much cares about the earth, the environment, the plants, animals, just the well-being. She supports, green causes, right? So she is all about finding sustainable energy that's, doesn't lead to pollution, right? So she's all about finding better sources of energy that don't harm the planet. Is what I'm getting deeply. Yeah, and she's very carefree, and I don't know why I'm getting images of her, like, she likes to go hiking or she likes to be outdoors. I don't know why I'm getting that, but I just figured I might as well just share that now because that's what I'm getting. Okay, so how does this person look like? Oh, wow. Okay, so maybe I was wrong. But look, so I got Hispanic or Latino. So she's actually Hispanic or she's Latino? This is the person he's meant to marry and spend the rest of his life with. But look, they have a little red rose on in their hair. So okay, they're they have they're busty chested, so they have a little bit of chi-chis, I mean, like they're well endowed is the proper way to say it. See what else comes out. She has a beauty mark, so that's how we will know it's her. She has a beauty mark on her face. She wears makeup. Okay. Let me see if there's any more specifics here. I'm gonna move these cards over, make more space. Ooh, she's a bit on the more plumpier side. Interesting. Wow. Wow. You know what I'm getting? I don't get that she's like, I get that she's just not your typical beauty. Like she's not like model-esque skinny. She's a little bit more plumpier. You know what it's kind of making me feel like? What's her name? I don't remember her name. But there's several celebrities that are more on the plumpier side. They're not fat. They're just more plumpier. They're more plush. They're not model-esque skinny. Um, Kind of makes me think like Khloe Kardashian back in the day, like when they still, before she had her kids, back in the day before when they were just starting to get famous. Chloe wasn't fat, but she was a little bit more plump, right? She wasn't as thin as she is now. That's like the best example I can give. But look at that, you guys. He likes his women with curves. And she's gonna be wearing glasses too. So we might see her with some specs on. And she's definitely younger than him. So she's actually younger. Okay, so she wears shorter hairstyles, so she may not have long hair like this girl in this picture. So she might wear her hair a little bit shorter. And she has medium skin tone. So, wow, you guys, Keanu is not going to marry Alexandra Grant at all. I see him marrying somebody from a different, background. I'm seeing Hispanic, Latina. She's a little bit more plumpier. She's well endowed, younger, but she wears shorter hairstyles. She wears makeup. We might see her with some glasses on from time to time. She has animated eyes, so she can speak. Just by looking at her eyes, we can see that, we see her joy through her eyes. We see her sadness through her eyes. Her eyes tell us the story. So she's very expressive with her eyes. She might have a tooth gap that is coming out also. And her style of dressing is very expressive. So I see her, you might see her wear all kinds of colors. She's not afraid to wear different colors that are that pop. She might wear a chartreuse. She might wear a hot pink. She might wear an electric blue. She's not afraid of color, especially in her clothing. She might have curly hair. Of course, it's a woman. He's marrying a woman. She has a squared face, so her face is more squared shape. Oh, and she has black hair. Yeah, so that's what's coming out. If I'm completely honest with you guys right now, I was not expecting this to come out. This is wow. This is not at all what I thought would come out today. I'm pretty shocked. So if you guys are like shocked, I'm just as shocked as you. And I'm shocked in a pleasant way. Because I'm a Hispanic myself. I'm Latina, so and I'm plus size. I'm on the plushier side. So to see this come out, I'm like, wow, like Keanu Reeves has really good taste. I'll leave it there. That's just my personal opinion, but I'm pleasantly surprised about this because I see that Keanu, this is love. This if this is his forever person, this is love for him. He takes this person seriously. He deeply cares about this person, and their connection is much more deeper than we realize, right? And he's really trying to find his person. He's not, and I can understand why he's been hesitant to marry again or to form a deep connection with someone because he wants to make sure that he finds the right person. And so this is his person, you guys. There you have it. That's what came out. So let me see if I can find out more about them. Because one of the questions, one of the commenters on my original video asked was, what kind of career do they have? So I'm gonna pull cards for that, see what comes out. Okay, so I already got two. Wow. So this person that Keanu Reeves ends up marrying and spending the rest of his life with, she's a student of life. I'm seeing that she loves to study. She might be going to school, at the time that they meet. She might be going to school for her master's, for her doctorates. She's yeah, she's a student. She's going to school for something. Um, or she's taking some kind of course, or she's trying to get some type of graduate certificate or something, but she's studying something. She's a student. That's interesting. Okay, so I get new money. So at the time that they meet, she's doing new things. So she might be, I mean, I don't know what kind of job she's doing, but whatever it is, when she meets Keanu, she's starting to tap into something different. She's doing a different kind of job than she originally was doing. So it's like she's slowly like shifting careers and going into something new. Okay. Legal. Wow. So I wonder if they're going to school to study law. Are they, an aspiring lawyer? Are they going into law? Are they going into criminology? Very interesting. Wow. Yeah, so this person is definitely, whenever I get this card, it's telling me this person's trying to find their true calling. So they have a job, but it's not fulfilling them. They're wanting to be able to do more or have a greater impact in society or just find something more fulfilling. And so I see them, but when she meets Keanu, she's slowly going to be going into that job that feels more fulfilling to her, right? Because I'm seeing when she meets Keanu, she's working on things or doing projects or doing jobs that are actually not fulfilling her. And she knows it. She feels like she's settling. She's just going about her life in and out doing this boring routine, and she's tired of it. She's like, this isn't really what I'm really passionate about. This isn't what I'm really into or what I feel like I'm called to do. And so I see that she's going to slowly be going into something that she feels more fulfilled doing. And they're mentioning law. So either, she's wanting to go and become a lawyer or be more involved in legal matters, or maybe that's currently the job she's doing now and she's going to school for something else. I mean, I'm not sure. Let's pull some more cards, see what else comes out. Okay, wow. Yeah, see, the cards are telling her this job you're doing is not fulfilling you. You feel like you're settling. There's something better out there for you that's more aligned to you. And the minute she switches jobs, I see it going really well for her. I see a lot of money coming in. Yeah, I see. That's one of the ways we'll know it's her is right around the time she meets Keanu. I see her winning a lot of money. So I see a windfall of money coming towards her, and I see her celebrating it. So if she's like, for example, going into law now and she's trying to, finish school to become a lawyer, maybe she takes on a very important case and she ends up winning it, right? Yeah, see, trust, usually when this comes out, again, it's going back to this card of they're trying to find their purpose. They want to feel like whatever job it is they're doing, they're having some kind of impact in the world, a positive impact. But they also want to feel like they're having a positive impact. But they're lost. They're not entirely sure how to go about it. It's like she's going through a career switch. Mm, the past and options. So what the cards are saying is there's many ways to go about. There's many doors she can cross, or she can choose to go through. So these doors represent jobs, right? Careers. So there's several options out there for her. She can choose any of these careers she desires, whichever one she feels drawn to, right? But there is that one specific career that would make her feel the most fulfilled. So there's options out there, but she's trying to narrow them down. I do see her possibly taking on a job or a project that she did in the past. So that's coming out too. So it's kind of a mixture of I'm trying to get out of this one industry and go into this other industry, but I'm not entirely sure how to go about it, or it's been a bit difficult or a bit challenging. And every now and then I'll go back and do these jobs that I'm not really interested in, but I'm doing it because, I have bills to pay. But I really want to go into something different. And I'm getting it might just be the law. I don't know, it's very interesting, you guys, but that is coming out for her. Should I pull one more? Just one more, see what else comes out. Yeah. This talks about working in a team. Yes, this could be talking about her working, in a team environment, which most lawyers do, right? They have a team. Or it could possibly say, she's also very health conscious, which I kind of got that. I got that she likes to be outdoors. That was some of the imagery I was getting of her. Hmm. Okay, so I was wrong because I saw an image of her having like brown or red hair, but now I'm getting that her hair's black. So maybe I was wrong, unless she's one of those people that's dyed her hair before red or brown, and as she meets Keanu, she decides to go back into her black hair. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so that kind of answers the second part on who is Keanu Reeves' forever person. That is the person that he is meant to marry and spend the rest of his life with, you guys. If you are shocked like I am, welcome to the club. I'm shocked, but in a very pleasant way. I genuinely wasn't thinking that that would come out, but it did, and I'm very pleasantly shocked about it. So now, if he's not meant to marry Alexandra, then what does the future have in store for them? How will their relationship unfold? So that's going to be part 3. Wow. Well, I think everybody could agree with me when I say the following. No matter who Keanu doesn't end up with, as long as he's happy, right? Like, as long as he's genuinely happy, that's all that counts. But I have to say, that's the inkling I got. I don't see him dealing with Alexandra. Okay, so what does the future have in store for Keanu and Alexandria? How are things going to unfold between them? Wow. Okay, so right off the bat, look what came out. Betrayal. I see betrayal here, you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and pull these cards because they came out already, like, turned over. And then I'll pull these since they came out not turned over. 3 of Cups. 4 of Pentacles. 9 of Swords. Page of Wands. I see betrayal here. I don't know if Keanu, I doubt it would be Keanu, but I see here betrayal with a friend or an acquaintance. I see some form of betrayal. I see Keanu Reeves letting this relationship go, most definitely. I see he's like, I think they've been together for the last, because this is making me feel like 4 years. I'll be honest, I don't remember off the top of my head, but I see him without hesitation letting this relationship go. He's like, it's not worth it. I see a lot of, like, right around the time that they break up, I see a lot of stress going on between them. I see a lot of stress. I don't know if there's like a rumor or news that spreads that one of them betrayed the other. I don't know if Keanu betrays Alexandria or Alexandria betrays Keanu, and like the news breaks out and it like he's like, I'm not dealing with this, and they like split. But I see betrayal here. King of Pentacles in reverse, Queen of Swords and Queen of Swords upright. Let's see what else comes out. 2 of Cups, Queen of Wands, and 2 of Swords. Yeah, so King of Cups, King of Pentacles, I beg your pardon, in reverse. Queen of Swords, 2 of Cups, Queen of Wands, excuse me guys, and 2 of Swords. There's a really mean and nasty woman here. Usually this is like a pretty mean and nasty person. She doesn't care about your feelings, or, she's not there to make sure that she doesn't hurt your feelings. She will just say what she needs to say and go on with her day. It's making me feel very angry or very, like, bitter. I see him talking to somebody new. And I got the Queen of Wands and then the 2 of Swords. So I wonder what this is about. Is he going to meet his forever person while he's still in a relationship with Alexandria? And there's rumors going around that he's cheating on her and he's not. It just makes her jealous. Because you know what happens, like, how the tabloids are. They're always trying to spin some type of story. So I wonder if he's going to meet this woman while he's still dating Alexandra. And it's just a story gets spun that's not true. And then it just ends up blowing up and separating them. I'm not sure, you guys, but I don't see it ending well. I see betrayal here. That's never good. And if this is Alexandra, I see her being really upset about it and just kind of spiteful about it. Usually means like I hate to say it, but she's kind of like a biatch. Let's see what else comes out. There's a lot of confusion. There's a lot of wrong decision making here. I think, yeah. Okay, I'm going to finish pulling more cards. Ooh, yeah. So I see betrayal here, and I see Keanu doesn't know what to do about it. He just kind of hides. He just kind of goes hermit mode. He just wants to hide from the world, just kind of not be in the spotlight, and he's just kind of confused, and he's just thinking about, well, what if this, or what if that, or what if I had done this, or what if I had, like, he just goes inside his thoughts, right? This is what it's making me feel like he's just kind of away from the public light, and he just has a lot to think about. He's just weighing his options, like, okay, like, well, what do I do now? Should I do this? Should I do that? Like, I don't know. I'm confused. I don't know how to feel about this, right? I see it's Alexandra as the one that makes the wrong move here. And I see her later having a lot of regret about it. I see he lets this relationship go. He doesn't hold on to it. But he does have that desire in him to find that person. I feel like Keanu Reeves does want to find his forever person. He wants to find the right partner for him. So even though this ugly breakoff happens with Alexandra, I see he tries to find somebody that it will work out with. I see it here. There's just a lot of stress. I wonder if this is the new person. I wonder if this is the Hispanic Latina we saw. If so, she's quite attractive. She's very charming and outgoing. She might be a fire sign, so she might either be an Aries, a Leo, or a Sagittarius. But I see that at the moment that they meet, her and Keanu, I see she might be going through a lot of stuff. She might be stressed out about a few things in her life. Maybe that's the thing that binds them or connects them, because he's also going through some stuff. She's going through some stuff, so that's kind of how they connect. And then somebody blows the horn on it. Somebody comes out and says, "Oh, I think Keanu Reeves is talking to somebody," and then that's how we all find out. But in reality, I feel like during this time, like during the time that Keanu and Alexandra separate, I feel like he doesn't immediately start going and dating somebody. I feel like he does give himself some time to kind of like grieve the loss of the relationship and kind of like heal. So he does give himself some time. But I feel like while all this is going on, while he's breaking up with her, I feel like this new person's already in his near him, around him. He's already come into some kind of contact with her. So yeah, that's what I'm getting, you guys. That is what I'm getting. Let me pull a few more cards because I know some of y'all are feeling a little unsure about this. So yeah. So here there's loyalty between Keanu and Alexandra. There is loyalty there. Loyalty is huge for Keanu. And there's purifying. Yeah, see, I had spoken about regrets. And I got boundaries. So there's a line being drawn here. There's a line. Somebody's drawing the line here. Usually, this means that somebody in the relationship is like, "No, I'm sorry, but you've crossed the boundary, and if you go any further, I will break this off. Like, I will walk away. Like, this is some pretty tense situation. Whatever this is like, this is serious. This is make it or break it." Because this came out in reverse, it's making me feel like there was a lot of stuff that wasn't brought forth in the relationship between Keanu and Alexandra. Like, there was a lot of stuff that should have been brought forth, should have been brought to the light, but it wasn't. So it was kind of like that dirt that you just kind of tuck underneath the carpet and don't address it. It's like you're stuffing your stuff and it later comes back to bite you. It's kind of what it feels like. Yeah, see, they're gonna slowly start to go their own separate ways. Slowly but surely, they're like kind of, whatever the situation is, it's like, I don't know, after this happens, it's like, it's hard for them to come back together and be a couple. It's like, things are no longer the same. Yeah. Yeah, the chemistry is kind of, this came out in reverse, so did this one. So it's kind of like, the chemistry starts to dissipate, starts to go away. It's like they come to the point where, sorry guys, I don't mean to be yawning, but I'm genuinely tired. It's been a long week. It's almost like I just see the chemistry dwindle between them, and I see like there comes a point where they're in denial about it. It's like they want to be together and want to keep the relationship going, but over time they start to realize like my feelings have changed, the chemistry has changed. Like now things are different. After this situation happens, it's like things aren't the same anymore. So it's like, why force something to happen? Why am I keeping this relationship alive if my feelings for it has changed? Like, why am I pretending that I still want to be in this relationship when I don't? It's like you're coming clean, right? Yeah, so I feel like regardless, if I'm right or wrong, but I'm gonna say they're gonna end up breaking up. I feel like regardless if there's any form of betrayal, I feel like both parties will want to separate in an amicable way. Like just we both walk away, we both go on with our lives, we both try to just we wish each other well and that's it. We're not gonna like tear each other apart in the media. Like you know what I mean? Like we're just gonna walk away and just let each other heal from this and learn from this and that's it. Like there's nothing left to be said is what it feels like. Because I do feel like yeah, there's I don't know. It feels like it feels like at the end of it all, there's love here between them, and they just want each other. They just want the best for each other, is what this card is saying. Yeah. There's a boundary that was crossed. That's what I keep getting, you guys. Okay, let's see what else comes out. I feel like we're not getting the full scoop here. I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but I feel like the cards are kind of holding back on me a little bit. Okay, I got. I can't stop thinking about you. Okay. I can't make a decision. See? It's like he's not sure if he wants to marry Alexandria. And then even at some points he might be like, do I really want to be in this relationship? I'm not sure if I do, but it's like he can't make a decision about it. I can't promise you anything. See? He's not fully invested in Alexandria. He really isn't. But why is he holding on to this relationship? I don't understand. Um, will you leave me like the others? My life is a mess right now. Yeah, so when they finally break things off, his life will be a bit of a mess, right? And he will like want to be away from the limelight because he will have a lot on his mind, and it's going to be about her. It's going to be like, did I make the right choice? Should I have broken things off with her? I'm not sure. He's so confused is what it's making me feel like. So he just needs to like withdraw. I see he has like some relationship trauma here. Like he's been rejected before too. He's afraid. He has his own fears and insecurities just like us. So this isn't easy on him either. This is difficult for him, but I don't see him. He's not meant to be with her. But it's like he's unsure about it. That's probably why I was getting what I was getting in the original reading. I was getting like he was gonna get engaged with her, but then the more I read into the relationship, read into his love life, I was like, why am I getting he's not gonna? Like I was just as confused as you guys. That's why I left it open ended because I was just getting a mixed message. But now I'm seeing he's not entirely sure about her. People don't believe in me. Huh, that message came out. People don't believe in me. What is the truth? Yeah, there's betrayal here, and it's making me feel like whatever this is, Keanu can't continue with the relationship because he knows it's gonna keep bothering him, that he doesn't know the full truth, and it's like, how can I trust her? You were right. Yeah, I don't know, you guys. That's what's coming out. I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna pull from this other deck as well, just so we can get more messages. But I'm gonna say it. I think they're gonna break it up. When are they gonna do that? I can pull and see when, but this doesn't look good. Yeah, see, so he will have a moment where, like I said, he just kind of hides from the limelight. We don't really hear or see much of him for a moment, but it's because he needs time for himself. Breakups, especially relationships of this length, because he's been with her for a while. Like, it's never easy to end something that has played a long, like, that big of a role in our life for that long time. Like, it's not easy to, like, walk away from something like that. Like, you're gonna need time. I know I messed everything up. He does love her. Like he may not end up marrying her or remaining with her for the rest of his life, but he genuinely cares about her as a person and just wants her to be happy, and to be safe and to be okay. Like he wants her well-being. Ooh. Yeah, I mean, what I'm getting is that, whatever it is that breaks them up, whether it's maybe betrayal on his end or betrayal on her end, I personally think it's her, but who knows? I could be wrong. It could be Keanu. Whatever it is, he still wants what's best for her. He still genuinely cares for her. Um, and, you know, he thinks of her often, but he needs time for closure. He's going to need time to kind of get over what happened, to find closure and to heal. Yeah, see, so I feel like with this card, it's basically saying like he wonders if they kind of. I mean, they're both older individuals, right? Like they're not young, they're not in their 20s. But I wonder if what it means is like we were naive about a relationship. Like we didn't really. Maybe there were things that we should have talked about. We should have taken more seriously. We should have addressed. We shouldn't have just. Yeah, like we should have had those hard, tough conversations. We should have. There was things we didn't. Yeah, we didn't address. We didn't take seriously. Um. Okay, so when is this gonna happen? Because I feel like that's what I'm wondering is when are they going to break up? And, that's what I'm curious about. And I'm also curious about who is the betrayal coming from? Is it coming from Keanu or is it coming from Alexandria? So I'm going to leave this card out because that's what came out. Ten of Swords, betrayal. Okay, Hierophant. We got. Yeah, I think it's Alexandria the one that betrays Keanu. Got the Sun. That's a big yes card. Um, Keanu never wanted commitment with her, and he knows it. I guess because this had come out in reverse. So did this one. So he never wanted commitment. He was never sure about it. So I guess Alexandra feels betrayed because she's like, I feel strung along. I feel like you've been stringing me along. You haven't really committed to me. I'm thinking that's why that came out. I see her. I wonder if she's going to be going into a new relationship. Maybe I hope it's not true, but I wonder if she's the one betraying Keanu, is she seeing someone else? Does Keanu Reeves find out like, oh, you've been seeing someone else this whole time? Like, what's going on? Okay, so when are they going to? Actually, let me ask: is Alexandria going to cheat on Keanu? Um, if she does, it's definitely from somebody that she already knows. It's definitely somebody from her past, allegedly. Okay, please don't come after me. This is all allegedly. Okay, when are they going to separate? Ooh, Queen of Swords came out. Two of Swords. Six of Swords in reverse. It's up to Alexandria. I don't know if she's an air sign. I wonder if she's an air sign. So air signs would be Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. I feel like it's up to her, and which makes sense because if she's supposedly the one that is betrays Keanu, then it's up to her to do the betrayal for him to find out, and then things mess up after that, right? It kind of makes sense. I feel like she's unsure also about the relationship too. Why do I feel like they're both unsure about the relationship, but they don't want to openly admit it? I don't know. It's weird. But I see she's kind of like, I feel like they're both like, should we break it off? Should we try to make this work or not? Like they're on the fence. See, and they're not sure about moving on. Not really getting like a time frame. Yeah, it could be at any moment. They're not really wanting to give me a time frame. So I mean, completely honest, it's really up to this whole betrayal happening. As soon as this happens, we already know it's over. Is what I'm getting. I feel like they try to work it out, but ultimately they both walk away. Okay, so if that's the case, if Keanu's not really meant to be with Alexandria, he's meant to be with this other Hispanic Latino woman. So what is in store for Keanu? What's in store for his love life? What can we expect to see happening in his love life from now until the next year or two? Yes, awesome. Okay, so what I am seeing is he, once him and Alexandra break up, that's it. He's gonna take some time for himself. Because around that time there's gonna be a lot of stuff going on. He's gonna be pretty busy, and so that just adds on to the stress. So I see him like taking time away. We won't really see much of him in the media. He kind of steps away from the limelight, but he's healing, you guys. He's taking the time to heal, so he might be away from the limelight for a couple of months. And then we might see him go to some party or some huge celebration or gathering. Maybe it's the Oscars, after party. Maybe it's somebody's wedding. Maybe it's some bash. I don't know. But I see him after he takes some time to heal. I see him going to some party and he's spending time with some friends. Okay. So he's like trying to just enjoy life, right? And he doesn't really want to speak about the relationship. There might be people kind of very curious to know if he's like seeing anybody else or how he feels about the breakup or what happened. And I see like he's like, I don't want to talk about it. Like I'm here trying to enjoy my life and enjoy my time just so that I'm not thinking about this anymore, right? And I see him meeting this person right after that. So I don't know if it's right after the party or a few months later, but I see him meeting this Hispanic Latino woman who eventually will become his wife. And it's the right decision and it's a good decision. And yeah, and I feel like a lot of people are going to be, I don't know, but this kind of makes me think of what I got earlier. Like when he finds and he dates this person, his forever person, like everybody will have something to say about it. Like some people are not going to like it. Some people might be, in favor of the relationship, but it's almost like he gets questioned about it a lot. I don't know if it might ensue arguments with others because this is also a very argumentative card. So I see that, maybe there's people in her life that question the relationship. I don't know. That is what's coming out. I do see him meeting her eventually. He's just gonna take a couple of months to kind of heal and kind of get over what happened with Alexandria, but then I see him meeting her. Okay, so let me ask when he's gonna meet her. Wow. Huh. Well, I'm not getting a time frame. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm not getting a time frame at all. It's just kind of giving me hints, subtle hints of when or how it's going to happen. So I see him taking like a 3-month vacation after the whole Alexandra thing, maybe. Um, I see him thinking about his next relationship, but he's not like actively looking for anybody, but he's just kind of thinking about it like, okay, whatever happened between me and Alexandra, it's taught me a lot about myself. And it just helps me better know what I'm looking for. And then Page of Cups, that's like he's following his gut. So usually that means that, when he was dating Alexandra, there were things that were making him feel uneasy about the connection. Like he was getting like intuitive hits. Like certain things weren't sitting with his gut right, but he didn't listen to his gut. And now it's saying like the next relationship he gets in, he's definitely going to be listening to his gut. Like he's not going to ignore his intuition. And this person that he meets is somebody that he truly trusts. Like he feels like he can truly trust her. And look, guys, High Priestess, that's somebody that's very spiritual, very intuitive herself. So I wonder if she plays a big role in helping him realize that following your gut's very important. She might tell him like, yeah, you weren't following your gut. You're always supposed to listen to your gut. So that's what this card is telling me also. And I think he feels safe with her because he just feels like no matter what he shares with her, it'll stay with her, you know? So this is like a confident card. Um, this could also be saying like, we're not meant to know when he's gonna meet her. It's very secretive. Again, we're not meant to know when. And it makes sense because it didn't really want to tell me when him and Alexandra were breaking up. So that kind of makes sense. Okay, so I don't want to make this video much longer. I just kind of want to peek in and see what exciting things are going to be happening in Keanu Reeves' life in general, like especially in his career. So let's see what comes out. Wow. I'm getting the same cards. Look, I'm getting the Sun, Six of Pentacles. So I feel like these cards that are coming out, it's kind of about the whole Alexandra thing. They're kind of already mentioning it, There's a dissolvement of a relationship. A relationship is broken up. There's a lot of unfairness in this relationship. He's really holding himself accountable and her accountable. Okay. I'm sorry, you guys. far as his career goes, I see a lot of amazing things happening. I see him forming a partnership with someone and it going really well. And I see, yeah, I see that a lot of goals that he had for himself are going to be realized. I see wish fulfillment. I see this partnership is really going to help me accomplish a lot of these goals that I had. And it's a very fruitful partnership. I got the chariot again. Yeah, when it comes to his career, he's very decisive. Once he has an idea of where he wants to go and what he needs to do to get there, it's like there's no stopping him. I see him possibly working on something that he was working on in the past. I do see that coming out. Yeah, so it's making me feel like he's gonna work on a movie franchise that he hasn't worked on in a long time. So I don't know if he's gonna be revisiting like The Matrix or like another movie. Like, are they gonna do another Speed movie? I don't know. It's like this is like a project that I did before, and now I'm coming back and doing it again. And he's all for it. He's like, yes, this is what I wanted. So he's totally for it, and he's really happy about it. Um, so unfortunately, this partnership is gonna bring in a lot of good in his career, whatever this is. But then it ends up not working out, and he does end up walking away from it. I don't know why that's coming out. And it's like we'll all find out about it. So I don't know. Again, is this Alexandria's energy coming in here, or is this like a genuine like business partnership? But I see, it's not gonna work out. He walks away from it. We all find out about it. He might lose some money from it, right? Or this could also be Alexandria, right, saying like we all thought they were gonna end up getting married because they had been dating for a while and it turns out they never did. There's like a lot of toxicity in this relationship. There's a lot of stuff that we don't know that is going on behind the scene. Yeah, that's all I'm getting right now. I just see him, working on some projects that he used to work on in the past. There's a partnership here, but I see eventually it dissolves, doesn't work out. I see him doing a lot of charity work. Like this is his perfectionism, right? He's such a perfectionist. Like he takes these projects seriously and he wants to make sure that, you know, like it's like I said in my original video, like he wants things to be perfect. Like he wants to make sure that the way he imagines it in his mind is the way that it materializes or it comes out or his work is reflected. I see him selling merchandise. So I don't know if he's partnering up with the brand or he might come out with some goods. Maybe he decides to come out with a perfume or something like that or with a line of clothing or I'm not sure, but that's what's coming out. Okay. Yeah, so he's really on this journey of really trying to make sure that he feels fulfilled. Again, he's happy with the kind of work that he does, but it's making me feel like he knows he's not getting any younger, and so he wants to make sure that any work that he does from here on out, it leaves a positive impact on the world. Like he's able to lay on his deathbed pretty much and say, "Wow, I've done a lot of good, and I'm proud that I did all of those things that I did enough to make some kind of positive impact in somebody's life, right?" So he's trying to make a difference. I see him working on his motorcycles. That's something else. I see him working on motorcycles. I see him fixing them up, and like making sure that they're um, staying at the top of the line when it comes to technology. Like he wants to make sure his motorcycles have the latest technology, have the latest updates, that they're designed or engineered like with the latest features. Like he has a lot of fear. He's just like us, you guys. He has a lot of fear. He's not really entirely sure what the next day will bring, but he's trying to. Um, I guess what it makes me feel like is he's just worried that any project he undertakes won't be as successful as he thought it would be. That's what he's worried about. So especially when it comes to this retail card, this is the card that's letting me know like he might start selling products, he might join a brand and start marketing a brand, or he might come out with his like own perfume or something like that. He has a fear like, what if this isn't successful? What if this doesn't blow up like I thought it would blow up? So he has fears of his own. He's worried. Um, he's definitely working really hard on something. really, really hard on something. He was always meant to have his own business. He was always meant to go into business. Yeah, there's a huge change coming in his life. So there's a huge change coming. I see that he's even thought about like forming his own foundation, like a charity. Um, I'm not entirely sure what. I'm guessing like to help those that have less than him, like maybe a foundation or a nonprofit that helps address poverty. But I see like he's thought about it. Like he has his motorcycle company, but he's also thought of opening up like his own nonprofit or his own foundation to help those in need. I see a huge change coming for him. Something down the road is changing for him drastically. Um, but it's coming and it's for the better. Alright guys, I will leave it there only because I don't want to make this video any more longer. I mean, it's already long enough, but I definitely wanted to do this part 2 just to kind of answer some of the questions you guys had from my original video and just to see what kind of came out. That's what came out. I was not expecting any of that to come out, if I'm being completely honest, but I got more of a decisive answer. Regardless, I just want Keanu to be happy. Of course, I don't want to see him go through any betrayal. So I guess in that aspect, I hope I'm wrong. But I mean, that's what the cards shared with me. That's what the cards said. I guess we will have to wait and see what happens. That was another reason why I let about a year or two go before I did another reading on Keanu, was I wanted to give it time to see if anything that I had predicted came true. So I wanted to give it enough time. So I'm gonna do the same thing with this reading. I'm just gonna give it another year, maybe 2 years. I don't know, just to kind of see what comes true, what doesn't come true, what did I get right, what did I get wrong. Um, yeah, I'm kind of shocked. I'm not gonna lie. Really shocked with some of the cards that came out. But as you all saw, that is in fact what came out. So I guess we will just have to wait and see. I really appreciate you guys watching this video. Thank you so much. I have more ideas on some future content that I plan on publishing. I'm kind of excited about it. I can't wait for you guys to, view it and let me know what you guys think. I think you guys will enjoy it. I hope so. But I do have more content coming out, so please stay tuned. Other than that, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate your view, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.